Citizens, residents, and media houses are being assured that the mechanisms to facilitate freedom of information access to non-restricted information will work. Concern that individuals could stall or block in the delivery of service to applicants who request information under the Freedom of Information Act was alleviated when Attorney General Garth Wilkin responded to a query on this issue. According to the Attorney General, there are mechanisms under the amended law to prevent this and enforce compliance.
The Freedom of Information Act provides a timeline by which the information officers, so how it works is the information officers assigned by the PSs. We have the list already. It's been gazetted. So if you write to this person, they have a particular time. I was looking for, I believe it was 30 days. I was looking for the amendment to confirm, but I'll confirm the time after somebody at head table speaks. But they have a time within which to respond. If they do not respond within that time, you then go to the Information Commissioner. And then the Information Commissioner can then force them to respond. And if they do not, then you go to the court. So there are different mechanisms. So typically in the region, there are very many examples in the region. I think more so Trinidad. Trinidad probably has the most FOI requests than any of the other Caribbean islands. The press regularly submit FOI requests. And if they are not responded to, they have to go to court. It's a very simple process. You say I've passed all of these hurdles. Court, I need you to make the order to get the information. So there's a mechanism, stages by which you can then get the information. A FOI request within the scope of the FOI Act. So there's ways, so you don't have to worry about asking, not getting, and then there's nothing you can do. There's a mechanism, Information Commissioner, and then the High Court if you need it.
The Attorney General was speaking on the occasion of the recent launch of the St. Kitts and Nevis Good Governance Transformation event. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
The Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force has reinforced its high command and upper management levels through the promotion of a number of police officers in a brief ceremony at the police training complex on Monday. Commissioner of Police James Sutton presented instruments of appointment to 5 police officers. The ceremony was attended by Deputy Commissioner of Police Cromwell Henry, Assistant Commissioner Andre Mitchell, and other gazetted officers of the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. The recipients were Acting Assistant Commissioners Travis Rogers and James Francis, Acting Superintendents Jasper Carty and Alonzo Carty, and Acting Inspector Marvin Thompson. Absent from the ceremony was Inspector Delroy Harris, who is currently overseas on training. Speaking briefly, Commissioner Sutton congratulated the officers on their appointments. He commended their dedication and commitment to the maintenance of law and order over the years. The Commissioner further encouraged the officers to continue striving for excellence and delivering the highest levels of leadership and performance. The newly appointed officers expressed their gratitude for the trust and confidence bestowed upon them. Each expressed their eagerness to continue working on behalf of the public and fulfilling their duty to the nation. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
From all of us at the Ramada St. Kitts Resort, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis's newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happens if I put this to it. Big explosion, like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV, on TelTV Cable Network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
It's beautiful. He took one look at you and the angels started singing.
Another wonderful day.
What would you say about staying here for a few months or like a year, just so that we can be together again and just live and love and laugh and have fun and breathe?
Why are you hiding out on a little Caribbean island, singing in a beach bar?
When I came here, I was at peace, and I never left.
This is the beating heart of Nevis. This is what grounds me, what feeds my soul. It's where I found myself.
I hope your life here will be full of joy. Love this island, my son. She will give you more than you can imagine.
Get ready for a dazzling showcase of talent, intelligence, and beauty at the 41st edition of Ain Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen. Join us on December 30th, 2023 at 8 p.m. sharp at the St. Kitts Marriott Hotel. Experience the brilliance of delegates from the Caribbean nation, including Mr. Kyler Hart Johnson, representing St. Kitts and Nevis. Our special guest host, comedian Fat Man George from Grenada. Power Pack performances by Soca Super, Lucas H.E., along with other local and regional performers, accompanied by the Greenhouse Band. Get your tickets fast for $80 EC before December 25th, or pay $100 EC thereafter. Don't miss a chance to watch the show live on sknvibes.com. It's the 41st annual Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen, where stars are born. Special thanks to our major sponsors, First Federal Credit Union, SL Hosford and Company Limited, Open Interactive, and Timothy Beach Resort. Join us and be a part of this legacy.
Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew invited partnership in St. Kitts and Nevis's quest to become a full-fledged sustainable island state in regards to renewable energy by the year 2030 when he spoke at the COP28 World Leaders Climate Action Summit recently held in Dubai. In his address, Prime Minister Drew outlined the intention to create a sustainable renewable energy solution in the context of the country's contribution to address climate change issues. He made the point, however, that while small island states are engaging in finding solutions, it is the larger industrialized countries that have caused the climate change problems. Nevertheless, he said, small island states, including St. Kitts and Nevis, are not playing the victim, but are assertively contributing to solutions. As such, he called on larger developed countries to become partners and investors in the solutions applicable to small countries such as St. Kitts and Nevis, especially in the development of geothermal energy.
That even though we are small and we are suffering, we are not playing victimhood. We are looking for partners and for solutions, and we have invested our own monies to make sure that we can transition. But we are asking that you join us. For example, to develop the geothermal, we have put forward $17 million of our own money. We need another $20 million. And this is where we're asking that partners can join us to help us to build out this resource that can help significantly in the region like the Caribbean. And so we are not claiming victimhood, we are claiming partners and to be part of the solution to resolve this matter. We see this as a moonshot, because it has to be a moonshot. I see in the theme that we mentioned the word orderly transition, but I would like to offer up something that I consider oxymoron, that is disruptive orderly transition. The reason for that, if we are to accelerate, it means that we have to transition very quickly. In and of itself, that is already a disruption, but it can be done orderly. And so I want to say to the world, from the Caribbean, and from our small state which has taken a big step to help to resolve this matter, that let us all join together, because if we don't, we will all be at loss. Let us work together to save ourselves.
According to sources, the delegation of St. Kitts and Nevis took several opportunities to encourage countries to invest in the Federation, particularly in support of renewable energy. Glenn Barth reporting for SK Newsline.
Starboy Nicholas from Bastia High School and Mighty Zen captured the crowns in the 50th anniversary of the Junior Calypso Monarch presented by the Cable and Greenhouse Band. This milestone event, hosted at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort on December 10, 2023, has set a new benchmark in nurturing and showcasing young Calypso artists, according to a press release from the St. Kitts Nevis National Carnival Committee. The primary school competition was a whirlwind of musical genius with performances that captivated and moved the audience. Mighty Zen emerged as a Calypso sensation, scoring a staggering 390 points to secure first place. Lady Faith, with her enchanting performance, earned 334 points to be the deserving first runner-up, while Prince Kai, with his vibrant and energetic rendition, claimed the second runner-up spot with 332 points. In the secondary school competition, the stage was set ablaze with passion and prowess. Starboy Nicholas, a true embodiment of the Calypso spirit, clinched the title with 428 points. Mighty J, with a mighty performance, scored 404 points to become the first runner-up, and Princess Nevia, with her soul-stirring melodies, garnered 396 points as the second runner-up. The performances were not just entertainment, but a journey through the heart of the Calypso tradition. The National Carnival Committee, in the press release, thanked the Cable and Greenhouse Band for their unwavering support in fostering the next generation of Calypso talent. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
From all of us at the Vermont St. Kitts Resort, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis's newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happens if I put this to it. Big explosion, like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV, on TelTV Cable Network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
It's beautiful. He took one look at you and the angels started singing.
Another wonderful day.
What would you say about staying here for a few months or like a year, just so that we can be together again and just live and love and laugh and have fun and breathe?
Why are you hiding out on a little Caribbean island, singing in a beach bar?
When I came here, I was at peace, and I never left.
This is the beating heart of Nevis. This is what grounds me, what feeds my soul. It's where I found myself.
I hope your life here will be full of joy. Love this island, my son. She will give you more than you can imagine.
Get ready for a dazzling showcase of talent, intelligence, and beauty at the 41st edition of Ain Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen. Join us on December 30th, 2023 at 8 p.m. sharp at the St. Kitts Marriott Hotel. Experience the brilliance brilliance of delegates from the Caribbean nation, including Mr. Kyler Hart Johnson, representing St. Kitts and Nevis. Our special guest host, comedian Fat Man George from Grenada. Power Pack performances by Soca Super, Lucas H.E., along with other local and regional performers, accompanied by the Greenhouse Band. Get your tickets fast for $80 EC before December 25th, or pay $100 EC thereafter. Don't miss the chance to watch the show live on sknvibes.com. It's the 41st annual Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen, where stars are born. Special thanks to our major sponsors, First Federal Credit Union, SL Hosford and Company Limited, Open Interactive, and Timothy Beach Resort. Join us and be a part of this legacy.
Criminal gang violence is spreading to rural areas in Haiti and is now impacting food production, a recent UN report found. Speaking from Geneva, the UN top humanitarian official in Haiti gave a bleak update on the island nation on Friday.
It is today facing this situation of absolute brutal violence. We often think that we've reached, and many Haitians often think that we've now reached the peak of violence. And then we see just the next week even more brutal. In these first 11 months of 2023, we've seen 8,000 killings, lynchings, kidnappings, and rape. Very often collective rape, often targeting, of course, women, but also young girls. In fact, we see a lot of young girls, and I've met 14-year-olds that already are mothers as a result of rape.
A UN-backed international force led by Kenya has been greenlit, but its deployment was blocked by a Kenyan court. The force aims to provide operational support to the Haitian National Police.
As tributes continue to pour in for the 5 members of the Ghana Defence Force who perished in a helicopter crash on Wednesday, the 2 survivors of the crash, Lieutenant Andy Crawford and Corporal Dwayne Jackson, were on Friday morning extracted from the site of the accident and were flown to the Blake Slater Aerodrome. That's the closest airstrip to the crash site. The Ghana Defence Force, in a statement to the press, said that Lieutenant Crawford and Corporal Jackson have undergone checks by medical doctors. Veteran aviator Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, Brigadier Retired Gary Beaton, Colonel Michael Shahood, Lieutenant Colonel Sean Welcome, and Staff Sergeant Jason Khan all perished in Wednesday's crash. Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Irfan Ali, in mourning the deaths of the servicemen, said that, quote, "You loved your country above and beyond everything. Country and service were all that mattered to you. I observe with so much honor the pride you took in putting on your uniform," unquote. Former President of Guyana, retired Brigadier David Arthur Granger, in paying tributes to the brave servicemen, said, quote, "I am particularly saddened at the deaths of these members of the Defence Force who had dedicated their lifetime service to the safety of our citizens, the security of our country, and the preservation of our national sovereignty, and who died in an aircraft accident while on a military mission," unquote. Prime Minister, retired Brigadier Mark Phillips, who is also former Chief of Staff of the GDF, called for the memories of the fallen soldiers to be a source of strength and inspiration as Guyana navigates through this profound sorrow. Retired Chief of Staff of the Ghana Defence Force, Rear Admiral Dr. Gary Best wrote, quote, "As Guyanese, we must never forget this price that was paid to protect our national patrimony and sovereignty. This tragedy, though immeasurably painful to the mothers, fathers, wives, children, and relatives of our fallen heroes, has also hurt our entire nation and the brotherhood of our armed forces. Let us all be comforted in this painful hour," unquote. The Bell 412 aircraft crashed during inclement weather in a thickly forested area about 30 miles east of Arau, a village near the Guyana-Venezuela border in Region 7. The GDF has announced that the next step would be a thorough investigation into the fatal crash. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
A father yelling for his son at this hospital in southern Gaza as the World Health Organization warns the health system is collapsing. Fewer than half of Gazan hospitals are even partially functioning, they say. This woman tells our team everybody has the flu, diarrhea. There's no medical treatment. In central Gaza, hundreds of people line up waiting for food. The Jordanian foreign minister with a warning.
Israel has created an amount of hatred that will haunt this region, that will define generations for come.
Israel's military says it's taken over this key square in Gaza City, an Israeli flag there now, and a menorah, with strikes slamming the south. Secretary of State Tony Blinken today defending the U.S. decision to resist UN calls for an immediate ceasefire.
That would simply perpetuate the problem.
The Israelis say 20 hostages have been killed in Gaza. More than 100 are believed to be held there, kidnapped from places like Kfar Aza. Tonight, members of that kibbutz gathering up the coast for Hanukkah. Here, we meet Avahai Bradich, a familiar face to the many who watched his vigil in Tel Aviv in a chair with the sign, "My family is in Gaza." Now, they're home. His wife and 3 children released 2 weeks ago. In the hospital at first, treatment for stomach infections, lice. The nights still dark for his 4-year-old.
He can't really fall asleep. He doesn't want to, I guess he's really afraid, to fall asleep. What he told us the other night was that he really wishes for the other hostages to return. Obviously, we all started crying.
Then, a surprise. His sons, drawn to the camera lights, calling their dad to dinner. A reminder on a holiday celebrating a miracle.
Every day I'm reliving a miracle.
Some still exist.
And I think back to what their life 2 weeks ago must have been like, and it's just incredible they're here.
But you see, kids, life goes on. They just, they show us how things should be. And I've learned throughout this journey, so many things. And I think that, my main conclusion is, the most important thing in life is life.
So well said. Hallie joins us now from Tel Aviv. And Hallie, we have an update tonight on the possibility of negotiations over the release of more hostages.
That's right, Kate, from the Qataris, with the foreign minister saying today they don't see the same willingness to negotiate as before, but making clear they will push ahead on the diplomatic front.
With a promise to end years of decadence and decline, far-right President Javier Milei was sworn in on Sunday. In his inaugural speech, he expressed the hope that change has finally arrived. But he also warned the country the next few months will be difficult.
There's no alternative but to implement austerity. This will have a negative impact on jobs, salaries, poverty. There will be stagflation, but it's not very different from what we've seen in the past 12 years.
Present at his inauguration was Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, also attending ultra-nationalist Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán and Brazil's conservative former President Jair Bolsonaro, in line with Milei's ideology. Juan Ángel says he's ready for what's coming next. He carries a chainsaw, which became a symbol during the campaign of how Milei will implement austerity measures in Argentina.
Milei will pass a series of laws immediately and reform the taxes that suffocate us. He says, how can we have all this land that grows so much food and the state takes away 60% in taxes? People are poorer every day.
Argentina has had a history of economic troubles, and many are concerned about the impact austerity measures will have on the population. Poverty rates are already almost 45%.
Javier Milei says he has the support of the people to implement a shock economic plan to cut down government spending and fight inflation. He's promising to transform Argentina, but there are fears that implementing that plan could generate a much bigger crisis.
For now, there is hope and excitement among those who voted for him. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.
Magical Keon Rockets on Sunday won the 2023 Keith Gums Under-17 League after defeating St. Thomas Trinity Strikers 4-3 on penalties. Both teams battled to a 0-0 draw at regulation time, with Keon having the lion's share of the chances but failing to put the ball in the back of the net. In the end, nerves took its toll, it seems, on Strikers as they missed their first 2 penalty kicks, one saved by Keon's goalkeeper. Both keepers were awarded by the SKNFA for their performance in the league. Coach of Keon, Alkin Richards, said his players are dedicated and together, which makes them a formidable force in the Under-17 league.
Yes, I mean, we've been working a while now, from since 3 years ago, building the team, confident. So I think they know that they could have pulled it off themselves. Experience, I mean, we've been working together, as I said, for quite a while now, and these players, most of them live in the same community, most of them, and some of them go to the same school where they have a camaraderie.
He plans to preserve his core of players for the next season and beyond.
Well, we're keeping them together so that we could always work 5 years and more to build more championship, and upcoming something like St. Paul's. Sorry to call a name, but we're working towards that.
All right, so a lot of the players can play again next season?
Yes.
In the same group?
Yes. We have at least 4 or 5 players, which is just 15 play under 15, and they are skilled. They're ready for that.
Meanwhile, Kasim Liebert, the manager of the St. Thomas Trinity Strikers Under-17 team, highly commended his players for their effort, noting their participation in the school football tournament finals on Friday prior to the Youth League could have taken a toll on them.
Not trying to look an excuse, but the boys played in the finals on Friday, had to come back today. So for me, we didn't really have a full team. Full squad wasn't there, so the guys fell short. Good game, we played good 90 minutes. I must shout out the keeper who actually kept us in the game. I am thankful that the season is done. We just simply have to go back to the drawing board and hope that we can do better next year.
He appealed for help for his team, disclosing that this group of players currently does not have a coach.
We want the community to get on board with the youngsters, the parents. This is important to us, that they get on board with the youngsters and help in trying to create something even better than what we have right now. The youngsters, they may really have a coach. I must say that. When they're in school, the school coach tends to them, but nobody would understand that these youngsters don't actually have a coach to build on. And if they're in a final, it simply means that something is working with them. So for the community, I would like I to just reach out and try to help. And for anybody out there who want to take on the youngsters, they are available. We are still looking to find a coach for them, yeah?
Sunday's match marked the end of a highly successful return of the Keith Gums Under-17 League since the COVID-19 interruption.